published 1916 est, the 29th of November 2017, updated 0256 est, the 30th of November 2017. Motherwell midfielder Andy Rose has accused Callum McGregor of playing for a penalty, as the Steelmen were left lamenting a second, soft, spot kick for Celtic in 3 days. In Sunday's 20 Betfred Cup final defeat to Brendan Rodgers' side, Scott Sinclair went down in the box under minimal contact to allow Moussa Dembele to complete the scoring from 12 yards, on Wednesday night. With Celtic just 4 minutes from their first domestic loss in 20 months after Michael Lustig's own goal, McGregor fell under a challenge from Rose and this time Sinclair levelled from the spot. Scott Sinclair scored an 88th-minute penalty as Celtic drew 11 at Motherwell on Wednesday. The former Aston Villa and Swansea City man kept his cool to save Celtic's unbeaten streak. Rose was left shocked by the decision and insisted it wasn't a penalty. "I've seen it back and clearly he has played for it. He's gone down, it's really soft, and it's happened to us twice in a week now. When the referee blew his whistle I was shocked. I really was. The ref's got a tough job, but it wasn't a penalty. I've planted my leg and he's ran into me and flopped over. He could easily have stayed on his feet but he didn't and it's cost us. With 4 minutes to go it's a massive decision. These are the sort of decisions I doubt we'd get at the other end." Sinclair had been booed by Motherwell fans, so he celebrated by shushing the home crowd. "We were tremendous tonight. Trevor Carson gave one of the best goalkeeping displays I've ever seen, so for us to get only a point against Celtic is frustrating." Motherwell manager Stephen Robinson refused to be drawn into a debate over the penalty, preferring to lavish praise on his players for pushing Celtic so close. He said, "I'm not going to talk about the decision. I just want to talk about the game. Two good teams were both trying to win the game. Celtic had a lot of chances and so did we. Trevor Carson was outstanding. Let's talk about Alan Campbell's performance, Chris Cadden's performance, Kieran Tierney, Scott Brown. There were some quality performances out there." Sinclair had only been on the pitch for 15 minutes, having started the game on the bench. "Let's not talk about the ref, I can't control them. I'm not going to make any comment at all on the penalty. I want to talk about how good I thought we were, how much we bridged the gap and how we got about Celtic again. I'm extremely proud of my players." Celtic manager Brendan Rodgers felt his side were deserving of the point, which sees them now 66 domestic matches unbeaten. And he had no doubt that the second penalty award his side have got against the Steelmen in 3 days was justified. Brendan Rodgers gave Sinclair a big hug as relieved Celtic players celebrated the final whistle. "Their keeper makes a great save, it rebounds out and their player makes an attempt to get the ball," he said. "Callum steps in front, gets his body there and he knocks him over. If you look at the referee, he's in a perfect position to see it. I thought it was a penalty, but when you are the opposition, you probably think it's not." Rodgers had no hesitation in trusting Sinclair to convert from 12 yards despite the player, who started on the bench, being a target for the Motherwell fans. "If there is a penalty to be taken in that situation, then Scott will take it," he said. "I have seen him do it in front of 90,000 people at Wembley for Swansea in a playoff final. He was straight onto it and finished it very well." Celtic had earlier fallen behind to a 78th-minute own goal from Sweden defender Michael Lustig. Craig Tanner Wright and Peter Hartley celebrated together after Lustig put Motherwell ahead.